Alright, hello, and welcome to Vash Does a Replay Review. Shintu has requested this game be reviewed. Shintu, is there anything I should look at here before I start? Or do you want me just to go in? Okay.
Dire team's turn to ban.
Blue Eyes White Dragon. Alright, you are on Dire. Let's see. These are okay inventories. I'm not a huge fan of the win links though.
Prepare for battle.
This one is in the barrel. Just me in here.
I especially like the Blightstone though.
All you trolls, pay attention when I tell you. This one is in the bag.
I think there's a lot of value in storing up a little bit of money. Also not a huge fan of going for that, but it's really not such a big deal.
Let's get moving.
Good job! Good job on turning around there, dude. It sounds like I'm being sarcastic. I'm really not. I'm being serious. I didn't mean it to sound sarcastic. It's just the way that I sound. All right, huge.
What shall I call this one?
For me.
Now you're faced with the dilemma, though. You're faced with the dilemma. You're out of mana. You're going to lane. Do you have your courier bring you some more mana? Or do you go back to well? Do you go back to well, or do you have your courier bring you more mana? What do you think, Katsumi? What do you think? Look at how much mana he has. Look at his inventory. Got 2 mangoes.
Buy Clarity.
You would buy a Clarity? Have your courier bring it? Yeah, I think I would too. I think I might buy 2 Clarities. Buy 2 Clarities and a mango. Hmm?
You need one.
Thank you. You're not gonna buy any mana? I mean, a wand is kind of like buying mana, but not entirely. Right? Bro, Shintu.
over it.
Ah! Huge. Such a huge block there. The camera's a little static.
Double kill. Radiant's top tower has
You know that you should have done. You know that you should have dual breath the sniper. When someone does that to you, it's kind of hard to do it in that short of a time, right? Also, let me check your orb walking here.
double kill.
Should have mangoed way earlier.
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as bottom.
Alright. He's canceling the backswing. When someone does this to you, eat the tree. Run forward, eat the tree. Don't let them eat the tree. See, right now, this sniper's actually gonna walk back. And he's gonna... Okay. Thank you. Right now, so here's part of my new VNM about liquid fire. You should pretty much be using it like all the goddamn time. So like even there, you kind of just want to like run at him and use it, right? You get that extra like range, right? So it's a little bit easier as long as you're always manually casting it. Oh, that sniper's just gonna barely live, I think. Oh my god, did he decide to die? No, okay. See, like right now, if you had gotten a clarity earlier, right, that could have been a kill. Because you know that they're not checking your mana. None of you down here check mana. Although I did see you clicking on Pledge a couple of times, I think, so... That's pretty big. Wow, Sniper TP'd back. Yeah. But eventually you'll work your way up to checking mana pools and start doing the math, right? I mean, you've heard Chancer and I do it a couple of times, right? And it's not like super common that we'll do it, but we do it, where we'll basically just be like, hey, this person has 3 casts. They have 3 hooks left, right? 1 hook left. And if you can start mentally doing that, you'll be doing a lot better in your lanes. Just start counting. Count to your teammate.
Radiant's top tower is
Welcome to my castle. Octagon. He's checking other places on the map. What is coming on the courier? I did not look, because I was looking at other parts of the screen. This is probably like a wand, maybe some wards. Ooh, boots. That's okay. I think it was probably maybe a little early on boots. You got a windlace, so you can kind of get away with delaying them a bit for like wand or like clarity, right? But, I mean, there's a lot of value. You're gonna get a lot of value. You should be moving towards them. You are in power here. But, the kill happens regardless, so that's fine, that's fine. It sucks that, you know, the Primal Beast died, but it's still worth the trade, right? Especially since you're here. I probably wouldn't have done that dual breath. Nice accidental dodge. You definitely didn't dodge it on purpose. But you probably were at least positioning around it. So, that's good.
Dire's top tower.
Buy the wand, buy 2 clarities. Oh, and a TP.
Are those
I forgot you haven't
Dire's
died
top
yet, so you
tower?
didn't have an extra one. When you're... Here's a little micro thing I've been doing right now. When you're sitting here waiting like this, get rid of your branches. Put them in your backpack. Sup them in. It increases your mana regen by like... by a fraction, right? But it might result in like 5 or 6 more mana, which right now would mean you have a cast. Right? You don't mess up this play, you mess up this stack. But I wasn't paying enough attention. I actually just like assumed you were gonna get it. He's got a clarity! Oh, yeah. Okay, hey. Hi, my name is Shintu Felper, and I watch Vash1116 on Twitch. I've seen him do double stack as Chikiro, and I want to be cool like him. Here's what you did wrong. You gotta use Liquid Fire. Liquid Fire gives you more attack range, so you can do it. Right? Because watch, you're gonna get the stack here on this camp, but then you have to walk so close to that one, right? So your goal is to hit a camp, walk up enough for you to see the other one, Liquid Fire, and then run in the same Fuck, man! So basically you want to kind of, like, a way you can do it is you can go here, and then you can come down, Liquid Fire, or you can Liquid Fire the first one, just make sure you're doing Liquid Fire basically from max range, and then pull in a similar direction. You have to go in a similar direction, right? That's why I typically like to do that one. If you do this and then this, you have to go that way, right? You get the idea. Liquid Fire is the key there. You can do it without Liquid Fire, but like, the timing's a bit tighter. And I'm not 100% confident you can do it in all the places you can do it with Liquid Fire, right? Like, I think that Liquid Fire actually allows for some places to be double stacked, basically.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
It was a bit of an out there ice path, but we all understand what you were going for. It's okay, maybe it would have worked out. I don't really know what the goal is right now. Personally, I would have gone back to bottom and I would have just picked up the wisdom and I would have walked. Whoa, the music got so loud. Did you hear that? What? I gotta see this hook again. Whoa! Okay. Sure, dude. Don't use your stick. Don't use your stick. Don't use your stick.
Dire's
Do
bottom
not
tower
use
is
your stick.
low.
Good job. You did not use your stick. Moments like these are what
Dire's bottom tower is
regen
under
are for.
attack.
You're just like your built-in natural regen. Alright. Honestly, you should not have cast Dual Breath there. Probably like a stick charge. Oh, never mind, he doesn't have a stick because he's stupid. I also definitely would not have Dual Breath that Creep
Dire's
Wave.
middle tower isn't going to last long.
You don't have a Basilisk, so you don't have like the margins that Chancer and I play in as much.
Tower is under attack.
Right, like sure you have mana boots, which are about equivalent to Basilisk, right? But there's like an income difference, right? Also, you definitely should be TPing top. Like a million years ago.
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as bottom.
Clarity, 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 clarity.
Radiant's
Disassemble the
top
mana
tower
boots.
is under attack.
I don't actually expect you to be quite that woke to it, okay? But, like, you understand that you could be doing it, like, a lot. Right? I don't need to sit here and tell you about it. And I'm not going to keep doing it, right? I'll maybe point out, like, some notable times for it, but... camera management here, you gotta work on that.
Dominating. Radiant's bottom tower is
You gotta figure out what works for you, but you can't be seeing that little. You should have really worked on canceling that one, because I don't think you've actually hit that ogre with, like, most of that dual breath. Maybe you got the slow? No, nothing. Yeah, but you gotta develop that third eye, basically.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I hear the dead ones.
I think I could get rid of that ice head for you with
Oh my god, Dawnbreaker! What the fuck? Did you hear her?
I think I could get rid of that ice head for you with
Ooh! No, Dawn, I need that! Dawnbreaker just offered to get rid of one of Jakiro's heads! Did you like disconnect here? You just like stopped moving. Alt-tab to type in my chat. I mean, honestly, like, it almost kind of worked out because you baited them into, like, a really, really good Starbreaker.
Radiant's middle tower is
Yeah.
under attack.
So I don't really need to comment on that because, like, you understand. Also, you didn't actually tell me, like, what you wanted from the replay, if you just wanted me to watch and be like, oh, that's cool. Or if you wanted me to do, like, the bash stuff.
Cracks in Dire's top tower?
I should probably make that, like, a part of the redeem, is that, like, you have to specify, like,
Snow fortified.
what you're kind of looking for. I mean, honestly, this game's, like, going pretty well.
Under attack.
Okay, okay. Did you TP, like, as soon as you respawned? No, okay, you waited a second. You got a lay of the land.
Radiant fortified their structures.
That's good.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Huh?
Where did Radiant's middle tower go? Killing spree. Double kill.
Shintu. This was good decision making, just a little bit bad on the execution. So here is what you needed to do there. Obviously, land the ice path, right? But second of all, you shouldn't man fight him like this. What you want to do here is you kind of want to like... Your damage are through dots, right? His damage is mostly through hitting you. So what you should have done... Oh my god.
If you get another chance.
That's a tip for the fucking Dawnbreaker. What you should have done was you could have... like... done this dual breath. I gotta like slow it down. So like land the ice path, right? Then macro pyre. Run over, dual breath. And then like, I don't know, guerrilla tactics the shit, right? Either stay in the trees and then chase him like after a bit more, because like right now, really what you're doing is you're just kind of hoping that like, you know, you live long enough to dual breath again, right? Like, you're not actually getting any real amount of damage in on this guy. He's got a fucking 57 physical damage reduction. So your attacks that you're doing, right, are basically nothing. Like, yeah, you could have done the liquid fire, but you don't need to sit there for the next, you know, 15 seconds afterwards, right? Like, look at when you could have liquid fire.
Double kill.
And then you could have just ran away, right? You would be taking like a couple less attacks if you just ran away. And that would have been enough. Also, you know, landing the ice path. Also, early on in the game, my recommendation for you to will be Macropyre and then Ice Path. Macropyre has a longer backswing, I believe. So as long as like you're spamming Ice Path early on in the game, when people like don't have shit, right? Then like you're almost guaranteed to land it, I think.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems. Not much good happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
So there's like your actual value feedback there. You're getting to a point now where like you might want to start trying to pay a bit more attention to, or just go on the wiki and look at like the heroes that like you kind of play, right? And look at backswings, right? For like the spells that you use and shit. And kind of try to start to get more of like a feel for that. I've never personally done that. But I also haven't been a new player for a very long time, right?
Mega kill. Double kill. Killing spree.
Forgive me.
So this is a moment where you shouldn't have been attacking.
Double kill.
So like here,
Killing spree.
Forgive
attack like a little bit less, right? And just be like kind of running with them, right?
Double kill.
Again, you don't really do like any damage right now. This guy actually does take a little bit more physical damage than magic damage, so I mean, like, maybe. Right? But, like, almost all of your damage right now comes from Dual Breath because of, like, the way that the skill build works out, right? Now, I mean, you actually do, like, some more damage now that you finished the Force Staff, right? But you should try to, like, get a feel for it a bit more. Like, if you go back and look, right, like, actually look at what the, your attacks do here. So, like, here, it's fine. But as soon as he gets into this tower, like, watch. Like, did you see how much damage you ended up doing? Wait, did my stream die, or did your stream die? Am I live? Okay, yeah, I'm live. Okay, so, like, most of your damage comes from Dual Breath. You heard me say that. What you probably didn't hear me say is, like, watch here. Watch what your attacks are doing, right?
Mega kill. Double kill.
So your attacks are actually valuable here, right? There is some value here, but now watch what, like, this next or no, that last attack, watch it. I guess it's actually, like, not a super important criticism. Thank you. Thank you for making the heroes invisible. So, like, it's just like a small thing to pay attention to. You're actually fine to do these attacks. I was just wrong to criticize it, I think. But, like, right here, this attack, watch how little it ends up doing. Like, it actually does nothing because he gets under tower while it's in the air. Again, not really something you should action on, but try to, like, I don't know, get a feel for, like, how much damage you're doing, right?
Double kill.
And that will guide your decision on when to run at people. If you actually, like, watch my Dazzle games, which, again, I highly recommend that people watch my Dazzle games, I show off a lot of, like, good mechanics in them, right? A lot, like, of, like, you know, canceling attacks and stuff, right? And, like, understanding who I do damage to. And stuff like that. But also, you didn't hear me say this part, you have a Force Staff now, which means you do 10 more damage, so that actually, like, shifts that a lot, right?
Top tower deserves just as much help as bottom.
So, like, now, I think if with the Force Staff, I think you actually, like, would have killed him with your right clicks. Which is a little crazy, right?
Killing spree.
More losses.
Should be watching mid right now. There you go.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help. Double kill.
Whoa! Okay, sorry. I zoned out for a little bit, and I woke up once I heard 3 shrapnels go off.
Shouldn't have to take this abuse.
I was just like watching and not like thinking. Yeah, that's fine. I actually kind of like the decision. Yeah!
Double kill.
Okay, yeah. Camera.
Radiant's top tower is
Yeah. We understand what you were trying to go for, but he has phase boots. Yeah, okay. Perfect.
Radiant's double kill. Fallen.
But not actually perfect, obviously. Like, you know it wasn't perfect. But, like, that's basically what you wanted to do. I like the waiting for the macro.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
I think you should put a little bit more respect on liquid fire. It's a lot stronger now. Like the points in it. Definitely need to make sure that you're dual breathing the sniper though.
Double kill. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Killing spree. Radiant's top
But obviously you die so that Primal Beast can get this kill, right? Yeah, then that's all fine.
So that's what happened.
dominating.
Get out. Pay attention when I tell you.
Now, also, like, personally, if you had the Basilisk, it would be maybe kind of nice to have a Veil. Veil will... Alright, this one's like a little V&M, so maybe I shouldn't be putting it out there, but Veil really does pump up the jams for Primal Beast.
Middle tower is under attack.
Keep that one in your back pocket. This guy is dead as hell. You should probably give up on this. Oh, well, okay. I really didn't think that they were gonna, like, walk forward like that. Right? Like, they really didn't need to get that techies kill. So I guess they'll just, like...
Unstoppable. Double kill.
Man, that's a fucking disaster for them. Okay. I don't think that that will work out a lot of the time the way that it just did. I think this enemy team might feel like a bit tilted or something. Because what they just did was like insane. They like moved forward into another mine. See, like, with more points in Liquid Fire right now, you could have easily taken that tier 2 tower. Liquid Fire, like, it's a menace to tier 2 towers.
tower could use some
I
help.
understand. You're going through a phase where... And honestly, like, maybe down here, like, maybe that's just kind of true. Because, you know, back when I was, you know, playing, like, Candy's account, right? During, like, that terrible time.
Tower needs some help.
Of, like, that terrible thing I did, right? Like, stuns were king, right? You should be TPing. Thank you. Yep.
Killing spree.
Also think you might have gotten the shard a little early.
Double kill.
Now that it doesn't have the stun, right? You can afford to get it a bit later. He's a big baby. Also, like, where you TP'd was pretty risky. Really, what you needed to do there, you just need to move your fucking camera up there so you could get like a 1 second, maybe like a 2 second judgment call on like what is happening, right? And with like 1 or 2 seconds, you would have been able to be like, this is where I need the TP. But because you TP'd where you were locked into what happened there. You were basically locked into dying. Yes, like you did kill people, but I actually don't think you needed to die, right? For all that to happen. I don't even think it was like close to like you needing to die. And if you don't die there, this tower, 100%. I don't know if it's dead right now, but it would be 100% dead. Oh, actually, they have glyph? Alright. It would be like 80% dead, right? Gotta have like some margin because of that glyph. That's like a lot more seconds where you aren't able to just like demolish it.
Someone better help Dyer's middle tower. Dyer's middle tower is under attack. Dyer's no fortified their structures. Dyer's middle tower isn't going to last long.
This is good. I would just leave now though. Yep. Make sure you run towards mines.
Help Dyer's middle tower. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep. That's okay.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Right now would be one of those key moments where I would disassemble my mana boots, buy this void stone, and then my void stone would be doing like an insane amount of work. Have you checked your tier 2 neutral items? I don't think I've seen you check them. But I'll also be honest, I've been really lazy about checking tier 2 neutral items as of late. I don't know if I would have farmed these ancients.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
Cause like, you're out of mana for a while now. Again, with a Basilisk I would, right? But you don't. Right, you generate a dual breath every what, 10, 20, 30 seconds, right? I generate a dual breath every 20 seconds, right? We are not the same.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What of prize is this?
And also, I generate mine a lot more than you. Actually, mine's actually like way less than 20 seconds, right? Because I disassemble my mana boots. I would not go back to base. How did you just lose mana? Did you see that? Huh? Oh, you force stabbed. Don't use your mana boots like that, if you can help it. If you see me do it, I'll just tell you, it's not really something you should do. Sometimes, like, I actually care about leaving the base a little bit faster, but there's, like, no reason for you to really care to hurry here. You could just save it for, like, you know, being out there. It's the same thing with Wand. Just try not to, like, use Wand, like, passively. If you see me do it, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It's, like, really context sensitive. He's not watching top at all, man. He's just watching the minimap. Yeah, shit like that happens. I don't really need to point that out. Like, you know, like, when you're missing a TP scroll, like, what it does now. Like, in the first replay review I did for you, right, I could harp on that kind of shit, but, like, I don't need to anymore. Like, you know.
Top tower is under attack.
You know, I consider it something like pinging grave, right? There's no point in pointing it out, like, you know when you make that kind of mistake.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Like, you're a human being. You know? Not saying that, like, you know, like, when you, but, like, you're going to make mistakes like that. Right? Nice movement between the attacks there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
What's the goal right now? What are you doing? Where are you going? Set up for Roche? Set up for Roche. Hey brother. Shift that ward up a bit. Really make sure that you get this in the sentry, in my opinion. One, you could just place your observer, like, you know, like, you look at how much margin you have here, right? Like, look at that. Like, someone could place their observer more to the right, right? But also, do you really want someone to, like, you know, use a glimmer cape and make it through the portal because they moved a little bit more to the right? You know what I mean? It's just kind of like a small thing that, like, if it's gonna happen to you, like, twice, and, like, those 2 times are actually going to make you want to die, right? Try to think about, like, those kind of things, like, when you place a sentry, right? A sentry, in my opinion, maybe Chance will disagree with this, should have, like, 2 purposes. I will place single-purpose sentries. I'll do it, like, all the fucking time, but you'll actually see that I try not to place a sentry, like, on, like, we'll say, like, this hill. You will not see me place sentry up there a metric fuck ton, right? I'll do it, like, a lot more as, like, Dazzle. I have no way to get vision up there as Dazzle, and sometimes, like, I care about my courier efficiency more than, like, my sentry efficiency, right? There's, like, a whole tug of war there about, like, how much do I value my sentries right now versus how much do I value, like, literally everything else, right? But even then, a lot of times I still won't place my sentry up here. I'll place it like, I'll place it like, why could I ping? Okay, there we go. I'll place it like, you know, like over here or over here, right? I feel so weird because I've barely ever gone to free camera during this replay review. I feel like I'm cheating. Yeah, I mean this is. I personally do not like standing down here, but I think you were trying to go for popping smokes, so it's okay. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, sure, sure. You gotta be, like, a bit more careful, though. Like, they have a Trent. Right? Like, what if Trent was the one who was going to go start the fight there, right? And he just walked into you. You're not, like, worthless in, like, the Roche pit, right? It's, you have to do, like, a judgment call. How useful am I if a fight breaks out in Roche, right? As Dazzle, I actually place myself a little bit low on value. Yeah, like I'm a Grave, and that Grave could like let someone pick up Aegis, but like, because of how like invading teams generally kind of like form, sometimes like it can be hard to get like a good poison touch off. I don't think that there's like any way in hell that we're pulling the creeps over, and it's kind of like a free-for-all once like a Roche pit fight starts. So I'm not too confident like a Shadow Wave. I'm confident in Shadow Wave healing, right? Being able to heal several teammates, but damage on the enemy, it can be kind of iffy, right? That's why you'll see me stand in some pretty fucking risky spots. But I'll still always try to stand distance-wise in a way that if they come in on me, I am not dead. Like, my team can do something before I die, right? And something for Dazzle can be a lot. I actually would rather Grave myself in the Roche pit fights and have them like throw shit on me than them use them on my teammates, because it gives my teammates like a bit more room to breathe and like for Aegis to potentially be gotten and kept, right? Stuff like that. Right, so you got to do like evaluations on yourself as like in relation to Roche pit and all of that, right? You'll hear me talk about it a lot, but like, it's because I do a lot of Roche. When think about like in-house games, sometimes like you guys will be like, should we go Roche? Like a lot of times, I run like a little simulation in my head, and I'm like, all right, like, how bad does it go? Like, what's like the worst case scenario? Because Roche pit fights change the whole game. You saw it at TI, right? Like Liquid versus Gaiman. And like that's how much a bad Roche pit fight can do, right? That's why I'm terrified of like doing Roche a lot of the time. I'm too much of a coward. I will freely admit that. But a lot of times I think you can just like win without it. Is the thing. But yes, like you're super valuable there. So I wouldn't like just like throw your life away, because like if they go into Roche with their 1, 2, 3, 4 melee heroes and you put Magpire in there, like what do they do? Right? If your team stands in the pit, they're like getting hooked, maybe. They're getting shrapnelled for sure. And then like trying to live in rent free. Right. Oh, I guess nature's grass.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
How the fuck did this Primal Beast die? I don't know, because I'm watching your perspective. My biggest criticism of you is probably, bro, you gotta get better at the camera. But also, like, I don't know, it's really hard for me to like watch you guys with like the camera right, because I'm insane. I'm a psycho. I am mentally unwell with my camera, right? And you guys are like normal people. So it's complicated, right?
Double kill.
Like, even there, stop moving your camera up!
About serving truth instead of life.
Stop moving the camera up! Like, what? Why move the camera up here? You just saw Slardar, right?
Double kill.
I've learned a lot about serving truth instead of life.
It's like small, but it's also not small, right?
Killing spree. Dominating.
Oh, he's edge panning. Yeah, I recommend maybe working on it, maybe just like upping your edge pan speed so it just feels less uncomfortable for you or something. But I recommend looking into it. I made the switch from edge pan to camera grip, right? I'm not saying you need to or anything. I highly recommend camera grip. My biggest recommendation against camera grip is your mouse. Your mouse 3 might get destroyed. But, I mean, this mouse has lasted me like a long time. I've had this mouse that I'm currently using for like over a year now, I believe.
I was made for greater things, but someone told me to stop and smell the roses.
This is a bit late on the macro. Like, this macro is like mostly wasted, I think. This guy might have taken like... I don't know, he must have taken like next to nothing from macro fire.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
But also, you know, like, it's fine. Macro's got a short cooldown. I am dropping some frames, so we will chill here for a little bit. Everyone just chillax. ISPs suck. I'm still getting intermittent, so we're still just chilling. Alright, I think I'm good now. Yeah, I think that the YouTube just died. Anyway. They'll get this as an upload. Alright, I think we're good now. Do you need me to go back and...
Radiant's top tower.
Basically, the Macropyre didn't really end up doing much, but also Macropyre has like no cooldown, so it's like, whatever.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Just one shot, one more chance for him to save his marriage.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help. Radiant structures have been snow fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under
Yummy.
attack.
I don't get to look at neutral item options in replays because Dota is a silly game, but I'll just trust that you chose the best thing.
Dominating. Mega kill. Double kill. Radiant's middle tower could use some help. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Unstoppable. Triple kill.
I was created to destroy beings much greater than the likes of you.
Radiant's middle tower should
I just have to assume that you're lagging out and that I don't need to criticize this gameplay where you're watching your team hit buildings with Liquid Fire and Liquid Frost. Just off cooldown for many, many, many seconds. But that's pretty bad.
Radiant's middle barracks have fallen.
He also just like kind of wandered in. I'm... Alright. We'll just move on from that one.
A bittersweet
Here's my advice. High level player giving some really, really good high level advice, right? Just don't have server problems.
Radiant's top barracks are going to blow over.
A good player simply wouldn't have had that happen.
Radiant's top barracks are under double kill. Have fallen.
Wow, that Pudge missed that hook, dude. Does this guy have a shard? Oh, if he had a shard, this would be so many dead heroes. A romantic getaway. It is time to push.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It is time to push. Did you, when you TP'd to this mid tower, was there a creep wave nearby or something? No? Like you...
First rate.
So like, and like you put your camera near this bottom creep wave. Bounties, bro. Bro.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
Your ass really just let like your tier 2 tower take a couple of catapults? Like, let's go look at how much damage this tower takes because you decided that. Yeah, without a doubt, brother. When your whole team is dead, one of the best things that you can do is to push out these lanes.
Dire's bottom tower
50.
is under attack.
So that tower just took 102 damage. That it definitely would not have taken, right? Which might not sound like a lot, but I mean, it is still like 1/25th of its health, right? It's 4% of its health just lost. Because you decided that 90 times 5 for 450 was worth more than it, right? Yeah, it had to do, like, it got super fucked, because I think that the creep that the catapult was targeting died. And then, at the split second, when the creep that it was attacking died, in that exact moment, all of the dire creeps were in their attack animation. So it was like, well, nothing's attacking any of my creeps. I'm gonna move on. So it did. Because there was a tower nearby. Within its aggro range. That's fucking crazy. I'm pretty sure. Or it just somehow wandered into the aggro range, right? But like, that doesn't really make much sense either. You really shouldn't have placed that ward. You don't live there anymore, right? You live down here. Yep. Yo, this ogre's got a heart, I think. Yep. Liquid fire the tower, not the ogre.
Double kill.
Liquid fire the Slardar.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Insane shrapnel coverage right there, man.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Yep, doing what you're supposed to be doing. Chilling, taking towers,
Radiant's bottom
taking
tower has
names.
fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower's got problems. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Obviously, you should not miss the ice path, but liquid fire, liquid fire, liquid fire, liquid fire, liquid fire. Stop focusing on what your team is doing. Focus on winning the game. Liquid fire.
Radiant's bottom barracks have
Jakiro is a support that can,
Dire's courier has been
you know, correct the mistakes of all the other supports in these situations where teammates are diving well. You could actually just like, you know, not and take the buildings and win.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Killing spree.
Just leave. TP out.
Dominating. Ultra kill!
Also, probably time to check neutral item, but maybe you did, maybe you just didn't have anything. Now we just have to kind of wait for shit to be happening again. It's kind of debatable whether or not you come back to base here. Right. Yeah, but I can't see what you... Oh. No, I can't, actually. I really thought that I could. But, I mean, I can't see, like, your token. Oh, do you actually redeem tokens and then not take the item? If you do, I highly recommend not doing that. If you are not going to take the neutral item, do not redeem the token. Even if it's the last one and your team have already all gotten theirs, do not use it. The situation of the game could change and you might want a different neutral item. That is why I do that, by the way.
Oh, Roshan. Something tells me we haven't seen the last of him.
If you want to close games like this out, here's what you do. You need to take charge. You need to tell your teammates, all right, let me siege. Stand behind me. If you get really concerned, you buy a Dragon Lance as Jakiro. Once you get the Dragon Lance, there's very little people can do. Oh no! Hit the buildings, hit the buildings, hit the buildings! You should have been hitting the buildings so long ago.
Radiant's Ancient is under attack.
No turning around. He died because he turned around. I understand the temptation. I understand, but you died because you turned around. Yes, Troll ulted in the well. That is what loses you guys this game. His ult made like a bit of sense. It's just that Slardar moves fast enough. So he dies. In their well. Fun ultimate. You are watching nothing right now, and like maybe you could buy back. I have to rewind, go to free camera, and watch this. Bro?
You've done quite well.
That was such a bad fucking pulverize.
Weak things break.
Definitely